Hi, my name is Anna Renner, and this is my Way of Life project reflection. First, to start the day, was prayer and meditation. Exactly 31 minutes each morning was a difficult challenge. It's hard to get up and know that, it's not time to get ready, it's not time to goof around, play on my phone, it's time that I take to reflect on what I need to do today and what I need to do to get ready and prepare for my day. It also helped to open my eyes to see that I don't need to rush and I don't need to just get ready for class. It's a time to reflect upon myself and a time to take for myself, which before was really not easy to do. Just remember to take care of yourself, and it is okay to relax. And it was a set time to relax, even though it is just in the morning after I had been sleeping, which is a time of relaxation. But overall, it was really nice to reminder to take care of myself. The food plan at first, so this was a big one because my boyfriend and my mom and family on both sides had all made fun of me. They're like, "Oh, are you so vegetarian?" I'm like, well, yes, and I actually enjoyed it. It really opened my mind up to try different foods, and it honestly gave me a healthier lifestyle. I was feeling better because I've I started to do research, and you realize that there are good proteins and bad proteins. Not good and bad proteins, but meat is basically just protein and fat. You can have chickpeas and beans, and along with that comes fiber and vitamins and nutrients, which also keep you fuller for longer. And honestly, it just tasted good. Like by week 2, I was experimenting making my own dishes, and it was really yummy. I know I've always loved vegetables, but it also allowed me to realize that vegetables are there and vegetables are good for you, and it definitely helped cut back on processed foods as well. Modified silence. So that Sunday, what? It was a Sunday, yes. So I had church that morning, and it helped me to reflect that the words I was saying were meant to mean something. That sometimes you fall into routine, you say what people want you to say, even in like church, because it's all on the bulletin, it's written out for you. Sometimes you have to reflect and remind yourself that the words that you say have meaning behind them. And modified speech that day just really was reflective of that. And lost my train of thought. But it also reflected because you had to think about your words before you said them, because instead of just blurting something out, just to keep saying something, even just regular conversation, you had to know what you were saying, and you had to realize that there is impact, and that really did reflect upon my relationships and my conversations throughout the day. So, truth telling. Honestly, this one was in the back of my head at all times throughout the 2 weeks, and still is today, because being honest and telling the truth reflects so much on every relationship you have. It impacts every relationship. If you're not going to be honest with someone, how can you expect them to be honest back? Which then in turn doesn't make a great relationship. I've always had this belief as well, but this really like kept me in tone with it and reminded me why you should tell the truth. Because what's the point? What do you gain? What do they gain from being dishonest? Honestly. Okay. Sleep. Well, when it comes to sleep, I do not have trouble knowing that I need a lot of rest. But I did find a happy medium within that week. So the minimum was 6 hours. And I had been striving to get 8 hours, but I had felt groggy, so I kind of experimented, especially with the prayer and meditation. I had to fit in 30 minutes, and I found that 7 to 7.5 hours is my happy medium, where I'm feeling well rested, but I'm also feeling energized enough to get up and go to class and be energized and well attentive in my classes. So that definitely did help. Money. Honestly, I have always been a tracker of my money as well. You can ask my mom. We are big thrifters, and she has now said that I have surpassed the master, whatever. So, the thing is, when you have a whole list of things in front of you that you're striving for all the time, it's really hard. But it's also a remembrance of what you do and why you do it. And that's a big part of this project. And I know that there are money struggles, and I just don't see the point of working hard for money just to spend it on frivolous things. And as a freshman, we have unlimited meal plan, which has unlimited swipes. So I definitely have been taking advantage of that, as I have it for freshman year. This is the big one. Internet, TV, video games, and cell phone. So, this was, yes, again, a big one. People have, I remember one of the readings from the beginning. I forget what it was called, but it was one of the first readings, along with the koi fish something about the fish. Yes, the fish, and then it was like the next reading in that week about advertising and how so it was about advertising. So this guy is like going on the buses. There's like all this advertising, and in the airport there's advertising, and it's everywhere, and you see TVs everywhere, and it distracts you from what's going on. And conversations in discussion class for philosophy, we had talked about just walking along. Everyone's in their earbuds. Everyone's just walking along. You can't even smile at anyone without them. Like, no one realizes that there are other people. So this was also very reflective to see that, oh, look, my phone right here within reach. It's still here, even though there was this project. But it did show me how accustomed and how trained we are to get on our phones. That, oh, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just gonna go scroll through Instagram. I'm just gonna check everyone's Snapchat stories or whatever. And you know, it takes apart from it takes time away from what you could be focusing on and what you really want to do. And you don't want to just follow everyone else's lives. You want to make your own path, right? Like, and that's probably something that you guys are trying to do with this project. But it's very nice to, even though there are these guidelines, it allows each person to find out their own rhythm and tune and yeah, music. So music has always been a huge part of my life. I grew up singing from when I was about 3 years old. I have been in choirs my whole life. I'm in an a cappella group right now and at SLU and choir there. And to be honest, it has always been a big part of my life. And yes, so I'm not gonna lie, I did still listen to music when I walked to and from class, but I also listen to music during mealtime. Since we weren't supposed to watch Netflix or whatnot, I did listen to music. But it strengthened my relationship with the words. So, you know, people will listen to a beat and people will listen to what other